Hi everyone, you're joining Karen from sillycrafts.co.uk and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. I just thought I'd bring you these cards today. If you saw my website on Saturday, and that is I can't remember the date now, I think it's the 23rd of May. I took part in a wonderful group called InspireInk, and it's about a blog hop where quite a few of us get together. We all make a card based on a theme for the month, and then we share everybody's links, and then you can hop round it. So this is the video that accompanies it, but I post it like a day later after the blog hop's gone live. So for the challenge, we had a sketch design, and it was this layout. So the sketch design was like that, but you can interpret how you like it. So I wanted mine this way round, and as you can see, I've just made some thank you cards, and I've like mixed and matched the colours up. So this one is Daffodil Delight with Pacific Point, and then the one that goes with it is just the reverse of it. And I also did a Bermuda Bay and Melon Mambo. I love those two colours together. And I also stamped the envelopes up just so that they're not naked when they go out. Right, let's put these to one side, and I'm going to make two more of the same card but using a couple of different colours. So for these ones I chose to do Gorgeous Grape and Pool Party, so I'm going to do those. Now the stamp sets I used Floral Essence, and I used this image out of it because there is a coordinating punch, and it's the perennial flower punch. I don't know if you can see that, might be better turning it over, and it cuts these out, and then you can make your flower. This is carrying over to the new catalogue, which I'm really pleased about because I also like this flower here. I've made some cards with that in there before. And also the greeting comes out of the Ornate Thanks, which is a new stamp set for this New Year's catalogue, which is going live on the 3rd of June. So I've chosen the big thank you out of it, the little sayings that go with it, which are really good. However, I just wanted a card that says thank you on it, and then depending on who I'm sending it to or what I'm sending it for, then I might add another sentiment inside, but at the moment I've just left them blank inside. And the punch, I'm hoping I've not forgotten anything this day, because usually I end up forgetting stuff. So basically all you need for this is you need some thick Whisper White, and it's an A4 sheet, and it's just cut in half and scored in half. And then you also need some layers, and you need your coloured layer. Now there's two of these because I'm going to layer them up on the inside. If I show you these ones, on the inside of these I just did white blank, but on these ones I'm actually going to layer up the colour underneath the white just to give it a bit more depth on it. So you need 2 lots of coloured cardstock for each one, and these measure 5 3/8 by 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and then I've got 4 pieces of the white, and they are 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. It's really confusing because they're all similar sizes. Also for this card you need 2 scraps, and these measure 5 3/8 by 1 1/4 inches, and I've already pre-cut these out. As if you've joined me before, you know the machine I've got to cut out is quite heavy, so I don't bring it upstairs with me because this is where I film. I'm just looking for what I used, and these are what I used. The sticks, I can't even speak today, stitched shape framelit dies, and these are very versatile and I love these. So I've basically used the 2 smallest ones in the squares. I'll put them back on. These are on a magnetic sheet and they keep slipping. So I've used the little ones that are all cut out of this one, and they put nice stitched edge in. And these actually measure 1 1/8 of an inch squared. And the coloured ones are out of the second one, and they measure 1/5/8 squared. So that's all our bits that we need. And these go in here. In this one, you also get the set. You get the layering ovals, and you also get layering circles. So they're a really good one to have. Right, pop them out of the way. Right, so first of all, we're going to do our stamping. Yes, we need that. And we need some scrap paper. And we need one for the inside. And we need an envelope. We might as well do it all in one go. I find it easier. So we're going to start with the pool party. Right. And I need a scrap of paper for this as well. This one. Right, and I've already mounted my image on a block. So what I did on the others, I stamped off so that I could stamp lighter on here, and the flowers were in like the full strength colour. Just seeing if I've got a scrap of paper that I can stamp off on. Otherwise I'll end up making a mess everywhere. Let's just fold this in half. So I usually test it first, so I'm just going to have a look. So that's full strength, and that's stamping it again, so it's quite pale on that one, so I'll go for that one. I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean because I don't know if it's picking up some other ink. I hope the lighting's alright for you because it is quite late at night now. Let's try that again. That's better. So all I'm going to do is just stamp once, twice, because I only want it pale. Oops, I've done it wrong. I only want it pale on this background. So you just have to line it up. Now it might be slightly wonky because I can't get my head under it. And you can just random stamp it. And you put as many on or as few on as you want. Sometimes I end up forgetting to stamp off and then end up with one dark one in the middle of it. But hey ho, it's unique. Right, there we go. So that is our background done. And then I'm going to do the envelope, and this is in full strength. And these line up brilliantly. We've been photopolymer. I should have brought my mat up, but it's quite thick this, so it's not too bad. I also put one on the back of the envelopes as well. Just like that. Done. And then we want a scrap piece of paper because now I need to do the actual flowers. So when you're doing this, it's best to line it up so you know your paper will come in this way, the punch, so you want the two at the bottom because then it makes it easier to cut them out. So, and I want 6 of these. Right, that's the 6 there. I think that's all the stamping for that card. No, it isn't. I tell a lie. I need an inside one as well. Right, let's have a look. So on this one, I just did some round the edges. like this. But it's entirely up to you how you do it. You could put them all over or just in the corner. Right, now that is all the stamping for that one, so I'm just going to clean this off. Yeah, that's fine. Right, before I move on to doing the next ones, what I'm going to do so it'll get a chance to dry is I'm going to bring in my Winker Stella. I love this stuff. Just make sure that's clean. And just give it that so that when it dries it will be sparkly. Depending on what colour you use, it can drag the colour over, but it's not doing it on this one. On my, I think it was the Melon Mambo and the Pacific Point, I think it was, it did colour the leaves. This will just give it a chance to dry before we punch. You have to excuse the shadows, I can't. I think my light's deciding what it's doing, whether it's going to stay up or fall down. I think the screws come out. I mean, if you wanted them coloured in, you could dip your block on the corner like that and use this to pick it up and colour it in if you wanted it like that. I don't know if you can see the shimmer on that, but we'll leave those to dry now. Just make sure that's clean, ready for the next one. Oh, one more bit of stamping. While we've got this out, I'm taking my thank you now, my big thank you, and stamp that up and leaving that full strength and just line it up, bob it on. Oops, that's not done it right. And the good thing about this being photopolymer is you can go back over it. Oops, no, I don't like that. I'm going to have to do it again. Right, spare with me 1 minute. Good thing about having two sides to a card. And it won't be right if nothing went wrong. Oh, look, see, done it now. We'll have to have one in the middle. Like I said, see, there's always one. Probably getting flustered because it's not going right and I'm filming. But hey, never mind. Somebody will get a unique card with one different one on it. Right, let's try this again. I don't know if I've got a bump. It's because I had a bump in there, that's why. Right, let's try this again. There we go. A little bit crooked, but we'll go with that. I can fix that later. Right, let's clean this off. Let's pop the pool party away and bring in the gorgeous grape. This must be one of my favourite colours. I'm just going to stamp my flowers first and then they can be drying while we do the rest of it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's bring in the Winker Stella. And this one should pick up the purple. Not much as I thought it might do. But it's just giving it a touch of light purple in there. Mind you, it's quite warm in here, so it's probably draining out quicker. I did cut them all out first and then put the wing Castella on at last, but it was a bit fiddly. You can see the colour difference between them, so it is picking up a little bit of it. There we go. I have been saving all my cards on Pinterest. If anybody wants to take a look, or if they didn't know I had a Pinterest, it's still under Tilly Crafts. And well, you know this YouTube because you'll be watching it. But obviously I've got a website as well where I post things on. I just enjoy doing it. I only joined to get the starter kit when I first joined, because you spent it cost £99, but you could buy up to £130 worth of products. So I thought, oh, this is all right, because there's no pressure on you to stay with them, be a demonstrator or anything like that, sell or anything at all. Like a lot of my friends that just do it as a hobby, and they don't have a website or a YouTube or anything like that. They just purely do it for the crafting and meeting people, because we get to go on weekends. And the best thing about it is if you do join for a starter kit, which I did, because I was like, oh, do I have to give it all back if I don't want to do anything? And they're like, no, you keep everything. So that's another one bonus. And I do know people that just join for the starter kits, leave, and then join again when the next offer's on. So it's entirely up to you what you do. So you can see it on there. So they're really sparkly. I hope the camera's picked that up. Right, so we've done those first. Let me do the envelope. And this is all the dark bits out of the way, and then I'll see if I can manage to do a stamp off without putting a dark one on it. I always start off with good intentions. Usually I forget something. That's it. Right. This is the inside one. Do love purples. I think this purple, the Gorgeous Grape, the Melon Mambo that I showed you on that other card, in the Bermuda Bay, it must be 3 of my top colours, as well as all the other purples that are about. Right, let's see if we can stamp off now without me just let me get my bone folder. Sometimes when an edge sticks up, you just need to go over it with your bone folder and it just flattens it out a little bit. Depends which way you cut your card sometimes. Right, because this is a strong colour, we'll see. Yeah, we need to stamp off twice. Let's see if I can manage to do it this time. That's a lovely... See, this is another good thing about buying dark inks. If you can't get all the inks straight away, you're best off going for the darker colours, because you can get so many different shades out of them by stamping off. And then you can just build your collection up Oh, let me do that one again. And another thing I love about it is how everything matches. Like if you buy cardstock and an ink, they match. And the ribbons and everything. Mind you, I've come to the conclusion, because I've got that many ribbons, I'm only buying white ribbon now, because I can use, they have stamping blends which are an alcohol based marker, and they colour the white ribbon in brilliantly, so I decided to do that. But saying that, I did buy all the new ink colours that have come out, so there we go. Quite pleased with that. Right, let me just clean that before I put my arm in it, and I'll get the thank you stamp. Right, let's see if I can line this one up properly. Right. The problem is I can't get my head up there because the camera's up there. There we go. That's fab. Right. Next bit. And I've just realised I have forgotten something. My glue dots. But never mind, we can work around that. I told you to forget something. Right. Punch. There's never a video I've done where I've not forgotten something. And this isn't going to be the first. However, the glue dots aren't essential, as I can use glue. See how easy it is to punch them out with I always use my punches upside down, especially the label ones, because you can see that they're lined up properly. This makes it so much easier. Slap out the way. Anyway, what are you all doing to keep entertained in these lockdown weeks? Have you taken up any new hobbies? Have you done your gardens? We invested in 2 hammocks, and the day they came, it started raining. But however, a week later we did manage to get them up, and it was a bit hilarious trying to get in these hammocks, but I think we've mastered it now, and they're lovely to chill in. Mind you, it started to rain here. Right, so let's get these out. So what I needed my glue dots for was I was putting a glue dot on the back and sticking them together, but we can use our multi-purpose glue. Let's get the kicky bit off the end. Let's give it a little bit of a shake. Oops, far too much on there. So you're bobbing it like that to make a full flower. Just giving it a bit of squeeze because it's glue. That's why glue dots are much better for this. They're quite easy to put together, and they're just nice. I use a lot of thank you cards for my customers. I tend to send them out each month. When people buy things from Stampin' Up, but they go through my shop to Stampin' Up, then I know they've bought something, so I always try and send them a thank you gift each month, or sometimes just to say hello, or to send out new catalogues, which I've been doing today. Right, now I think we're about ready to assemble. So I'll do these inside ones first and then they're done. Let's put blue around the edge. It's a purple one. Beautiful colour, that purple. A bowl folder from the edge. That's it. Oops, let's just put these in. Just make sure they meet at the end, and then just give it a quick fold down. There we go, that's one. And two. Centre. The good thing about this glue though, if you don't get it on quite straight, it gives you a few minutes to move it before it adheres. So it's got that, what they call wiggle room. I can never say that. Let's bend this one over. I'm going to have to make sure I put these on to the right cards as well. Done that before now, put it to the wrong way opening. So those two. Right, so for this one, I'm putting the pool party onto it. And if you use your grid paper, you can make sure you've got it level. Like that. And then you can wiggle it down a little bit. There we go. Fabulous. I'm making these up before I put my flowers on. You might see a pussycat in a minute because he's just come and joined me. Hopefully he won't jump on my desk. Check it's purple inside. It is. Oops, here he comes. I'm sure he just wants his own channel. There we go, that's one. And what I'm going to do with this one, to cover up the boo-boo I made, I'll show you in a minute. I meant to put this on first, but never mind. Right, here we go. Come on, you move. He has to get in on the act. There we go. That's that. We'll fix this bit in a minute. why I've got 2 extra sheets left, I have no idea. Probably thought I was going to make a mistake. Right, so next we need to do these. And we have one missing, there it is. So for these, all I'm going to do is just use my snail. As you can see, I've used paper up instead of wasting it. One more. There he is. And then all I'm doing is I'm putting them in a diagonal, sticking them down like that. I've just got some new stamp sets out as well from the new catalogue, because we can pre-order. There's one called Jar of Flowers. Oh my god, it's so nice to colour in with stamping blends. I've been making some cards this afternoon with it. I think it's my new favourite. Right, and then I was going to put these up on dimensionals, but because the flowers will be on a dimensional, I thought it would make it too big. Right, so this is the purple one. Let's move those out of the way. And all I did on this was I put them upside down just so that I could space them out and just see a touch of green behind it, the pool party. And I'll put the middle one down first. I just found it easier than putting just one on and then starting along, because you can make sure they're right then. Right. 1, 2, 3. And then I took my flowers, I just used my bone folder to give them a bit of a curl. This gives that extra dimension. I'm only gently doing it. I have seen these flowers made with 3 of the petals, and they look quite good too, but for this one I just wanted the 2 on it. There we go. Right, now onto the back of these. I'm putting dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. God, it's my finger now. 4, 5, and 6. Right, so the purple ones are going on here. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Can't think. Yes, purple ones are going on here. You can do any sorts of combinations. I was going to do them all one colour, and then I was going to mix and match, say maybe have 2 purple and 1 pool party on it, but I just decided to do it on this one, this way. Right. There. Right, and to finish them off, I have these lovely faceted gems. and this big one just fits in the middle. Nice. And they're self-adhesive, so you don't have to stick glue on, they just stick down themselves. Like that. There we go. That's done. Let's leave that like that. That's it. Right, now just before we finish, I'll show you how I'm going to fix this. I just need a piece of card, and I need the thank you stamp and the book party. There we go. Cutting might not be up to much, but there we go. And basically all I'm going to do is stick it down. And I think I'll bob that up on a couple of dimensions. These get absolutely everywhere. I found them all over. There we go, and that just covers the wonky bit up. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. So thank you for joining me at Tilly Crafts. So there's the envelope to that one. And we do have another envelope somewhere. There it is. There's the envelope to that one. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I'll just bring these in. I won't put the envelopes on. But there you go. That's my cards for the blog hop. If you do get a chance to go on it, have a look around at some of the other people's, because there are some amazing craft makers and they do all sorts of things. But this is my contribution to them. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I haven't bored you with my ramblings on. But I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Bye.